house tonight. Won't you go ahead and worship God? I'm going to be quick. I'm going to get right into it. I only got 5 minutes, Pastor. Thank you for the opportunity. My scripture is Mark 5:25 through 30. And a certain woman which had an issue of blood for 12 years and suffered many things of many physicians and spent all that she had, it was nothing bettered, but rather grew worse. When she heard of Jesus, she came in behind and touched his garment. For she said, if I might but just touch his clothes, I shall be whole. And straightway the fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of that plague. And Jesus, immediately knowing in himself that virtue had gone out of him, turned about in the press and said, who touched my clothes? In Mark 5:34, he said unto her, daughter, thy faith hath made thee whole. Go in peace and be whole of thy plague. You may be seated. The title of my message tonight is my declaration of healing. See, like this woman, for 12 years, she suffered of a sickness, of a disease, of a plague. For 12 long years, this thing had controlled her life. It dictated how she talked. It dictated how she walked. Everything about this sickness consumed her. It got to the point where she was identified by this sickness. She was identified by this plague. And she got to the point where she was going to doctor, remedy to remedy, meds after meds, and all these things. She spent everything that she was, everything about her was consumed by this sickness. But my, she heard about Jesus. And she heard of the miracle. If she heard about him, she must have heard about the miracles. She must have heard about the things that he has done. The healing of a leopard, bringing the dead back to life, healing the blind, casting out devils. She heard that he was going to be passing by. She heard that he was going through that town. She said, you know what? I can't wait any longer. I can't wait for him to recognize me. I can't wait for God to come seek me out. No, I got to touch him. I got to touch my God. Oh, because if he can heal the blind, if he can heal the lepers, I know that he can touch my situation. So many of us, church, there's a lot of us like myself and my son. A lot of us have been dealing with sickness. We've been dealing with so many things in our life. We've been dealing with plagues and all these things that we've been going through. Year after year, month after month, we get to the point it becomes a part of us. It becomes who we are. We allow these things and these sickness to dictate our lives, and it takes rampant control. And we got to be careful, because God quickened me. He said, look, I've already done my part on Calvary. I'm waiting on my people to reach out to me and to touch me, because I will meet him. God is in this place tonight. If you're going through sickness, if you're going through things, you don't no longer have to suffer. You no longer have to deal with these things. Shake the devil off. Press through the crowd, church. Go through the crowd and let God say, God, I got to touch him. I got to get a hold of my God. I got to get through. Get out of my way, devil. I need to touch my Jesus. I need to touch him. If I could just touch his clothes. If I could just touch him. Oh my God, if I could just be touched of the Lord, I could be made whole tonight. If you're going through sickness, if you're going through disease, you can be touched. You no longer have to be bound by that sickness. God will touch you. He's here tonight. In James chapter 4 and verse 8, it says, draw nigh unto God, and he will draw nigh unto you. April 19th of 2015 is the day I declare healing in my body, in my son's body, and anybody else that wants to be healed. And you are tired, you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you're tired of the enemy pushing you around, you're tired of your life being consumed by sickness and disease, you can be freed. You can have your victory tonight. Yes, hallelujah. Yes.